to this week's episode of the Week in Triathlon. And without further ado, let's roll that intro and get stuck into all the exciting news that's happening in the week of triathlon this week. I'm sure that many of you were watching the opening round of the World Triathlon Series that happened in Abu Dhabi last weekend. And all of you that were watching no doubt saw the massive crash that happened just before T2 during the women's elite race. The result of that, one of the major results coming out of that crash were 3 fractures to Olympic champion Nicola Spirig's left hand. Now to news from the world of Ironman. And what we have from Ironman is that immensely popular Ironman Canada that's held every year at the Whistler Resort has now added a 70.3 into the race program for the race weekend. So this year, should you decide to be heading off to Whistler to go and race Ironman, you'll have the normal full distance or a 70.3 to choose from. Now on to results. Last week, Saturday, the 5th of March, was the Ironman Taupo, New Zealand, full distance Ironman. And that was won by Meredith Kessler in the ladies division, while Cameron Brown of New Zealand picked up the men's title. Similarly, in Subic Bay, Philippines, Caroline Stephan picked up the ladies title, while evergreen five-time world champion Craig Alexander picked up the men's title. Then, also on Sunday, the 6th of March, in Buenos Aires, Argentina, there was a 70.3. Kimberly Morrison picked up the ladies' title, while Sam Appleton won for the men's. This coming weekend on the Ironman calendar, the Ironman is listing on Sunday the 13th of March, the Mululaba Multisport Weekend. This is actually an ITU event, but it is owned by Ironman. Now for the world of triathlon, and just like last weekend, immensely easy to report. The Challenge family have posted 0 new newsfeed items as far as this week is concerned. There were no races this past weekend, and there are no races this coming weekend. So 0 news whatsoever coming through from the Challenge family. And now for the world of Xterra. Again, really easy to report on. As far as general news are concerned, no new snippets coming out of Xterra this week, so no new news coming out of Xterra. Last weekend there was 1 race on the Xterra calendar, and that was the Xterra Motatapu in New Zealand. And strangely enough, the race happened last weekend, and there are 0, last week Saturday, so it's almost 7 days ago. Last week, Saturday, 7 days ago, the Motatapu Xterra took place in New Zealand, and 0 results have been posted on the web. Now, come on, Xterra. I mean, you have an international event, and you refrain from broadcasting any sort of results for a week. How does that work? And as far as looking ahead to this coming weekend is concerned, on Saturday, the 12th of March, there will be the Xterra Saipan, and I'm hoping that next weekend I'll be able to report on both the 2-week-old Motatapu results as well as the, by that stage, 1-week-old Saipan results. So let's hold our breath and see what happens and see what transpires news-wise coming out of the world of Xterra by next week Friday. Now for the world of ITU, and ITU continuing to do just what they do best. And the major news coming out of the ITU for this weekend is that the King of Spain King Philip has accepted the post, so to speak, of 2016 Duathlon World Championship president, and that the race will be held in Avila, Spain. So the post of president of the World Championship event was offered to King Philip, the King of Spain, and he has accepted the appointment. What King Philip will be able to bring to the table by way of duathlon-specific expertise is another matter totally. But anyway, we'll have to see what comes out of that arrangement. Then, as far as last weekend is concerned in the world of ITU, we had 3 major international events taking place. There was an Oceania Triathlon Cup taking place in Wollongong, Australia. Gwen Jorgensen of the USA picked up the ladies' title, while Franz Luschka of Germany picked up the men's title. Then there was an American Triathlon Cup taking place in Lake Louisa State Park in Florida, USA. Taylor Knipp of the USA picked up the ladies' title, while Ben Canute, also of the USA, picked up the men's title. The 2016 ITU World Triathlon Series kicked off in Abu Dhabi, where you must remember that each and every single athlete is competing for the best spots on the start pontoon. The women's race was won by Jodie Stimson of Great Britain, while the men's race, raced in sweltering heat, was won by Mario Molla of Spain. This coming weekend within the world of ITU, there are 3 events lined up. The first of those events is an American Triathlon Cup taking place in La Paz, Mexico. The next one is an African Junior Triathlon Championship taking place in Bloemfontein, South Africa. And last but by no means least is the Triathlon World Cup event taking place in Mululaba, Australia. That brings us to the end of this week's edition of the Week in Triathlon. Remember, thumbs up if you like this type of content, share it out amongst all your friends, and remember, last but by no means least, there's a big subscribe button down there. Hit that subscribe button, stay subscribed to my channel, so you get the Week in Triathlon next week Friday straight into your inbox, as well as notifications of all the content that comes out every single day of the week, 7 days a week. So remember, until we meet again on an athlete question answered, or the next edition of the Week in Tri, remember, stay carved up for the win, and I'll see you then. Cheers.
CoachEdu.net